Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a tutorial video on how to get to your recently assigned Millerwelds presentation and quizzes. This tutorial is to go over the assignment to get to the introduction to positions, joints, and weld symbols, I believe. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get started on the tutorial. So first you're going to want to get to your Google Classroom. Mine is going to look different than yours because mine are all welding classes, but it should be same basic concept. So go ahead and find your class period. For this, I'm going to pretend that I am in 1A, level 2 student. Okay, once I get into there, I'm going to go into classwork. Alright, I'm going to select Miller Welds, welding joint types. Alright. So what I'm going to want to do is read the instructions and then follow the links. Okay, so you're going to select the tab, or once you follow the link, you're going to select the tab that reads Introduction to Welding, and then follow the presentation and take the quiz for the module welding joint types, positions, and symbols. Make sure you enter your full name and school, like in example 1. Here's example 1 for you. Alright, you can see where they want you to put your name, the school's name. This is what it should look like whenever you get started on it. So remember, welding types, positions, and symbols. Okay, so you must get 100% on the quiz, and your name must be printed on the paper to receive any credit for this assignment. You may take the quiz as many times as you need to get 100%. After you receive 100%, print out the page with the certificate, like in example 2. So you can see here, Mr. Rangel got 100%. You would print this out or yours out and hand it in to me. If you're not sure how to print, I will talk about that later on in the video. All right. Alright, you can also save as a PDF and email it to me if for any reason you are unable to print. Okay, so say you're doing this at home on the weekend, whatever it may be, or the printer wherever you're at, library, JLab, isn't working. So you can just save it and then email it to me. Again, if you don't know how to do that, I'll show it to you later on in the video. So now you're going to want to follow the link. I have it in 2 spots, here and here. Alright, so just go ahead and click on it. Alright, so for this assignment, you're going to need to go into the tab Introduction to Welding. You're going to scroll down where it says Weld Joint Types, Positions, and Symbols. Alright, so you're going to need to take the presentation. Alright, so I'm sure I told you ahead of time, but just in case I forgot, I'm going to let you know now. For some of these presentations, you're going to need to wear headphones so that way you can listen to a video that it might be embedded into the presentation. Some of them have audio. I don't think this one in particular does, but it's always a good idea to have headphones so that way you can better hear any part of the presentation. Anyways, you're just going to go through this, read along, whatever it needs you to do, so on and so forth. Okay? Now, once you're finished, you can exit out of the window. Then you're going to go to quizzes. Now, if it shows this message for you, that means you've probably already taken the quiz, and maybe you're coming back to try to retake it so that way you can get 100%. If that's the case, you're going to want to hit no. Now, if for any reason you had to step away from the computer or log out, go to the bathroom, class was over, or if you're at home, whatever it is, you're going to hit yes. So that way you can pick up right where you left off. But for this, I'm just going to hit no. Alright, so this should look just like the example 1 I showed you earlier. So you're going to want to put your name in it. and the school's name. Alright, now once you're done, you'll hit next and you'll get started on the quiz. Alright, now I know I've said this multiple times, but just to remind you, you can take this quiz as many times as you need to in order to get 100%. Alright, I can tell you that some of these quizzes, there are multiple variations of it, and the more times you take it, the different quizzes you're going to see, and it's going to help you a lot if you actually follow along in the presentation before you take a quiz. Alright, so now once you're done with that and you get 100%, you should get a certificate that looks like this. Alright, now what you need to do is, if you're using Google Chrome, you're going to go up to these three dots and you're going to go down where it says print. Now keep in mind you can always hit Control P if you prefer to do that, do it that way, but for this I'm just going to hit print here. Okay, so it shows a preview. Usually it comes up as portrait, but I had it print out as landscape before, just because it wasn't working quite right for me before. But anyways, it should come up as portrait. Doesn't matter either way, as long as the whole certificate is visible in the preview. So whenever you need to go to print, there should be a printer here automatically selected depending on where you're at. If you're in the library, it should say HS Library, or if you're in the JLab, it should say something like HP JLab or something like that. So whenever you have the printer you need here, go ahead and hit the blue button for print. It should say print on it. Now, for example, if I decide I can't print or I don't want to print, whatever it may be, you can always save it as PDF. If there's already a printer here, you would go here and hit Save as PDF, and then click the blue button that says Save. Alright, now it should take you to a window that says Downloads. You want to save it as Intro to Welding 8-Quiz. Now it should already come up like that. You're going to hit Save, and then you're going to go into that file, attach it to an email, and email it to me in order to get full credit. So hopefully that answers any questions that you may have. So if it does not, please let me know. Otherwise, come over here into the stream and submit any questions there. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. And if anyone else has those kind of questions, then maybe they could be answered right then and there. You know, so everyone else knows. All right. Thank you very much, and good luck on your quizzes.